Greetings, all. Shardvixen, and we're in the garage again, but now it's clean. See, there's a big place through there. That right there, that's my animation table. Um, Again, all this stuff, everything's all clean. I know I said that before, but right now I'm doing a lot of crafting out here. Let's turn this so you can see. Why? Because I still haven't finished cleaning my crafting area. So today is Know Thyself, and we're doing a game. So the game we're doing is a game that has a lot of impact on me as far as getting back into video gaming and buying consoles, and it's one of the games that series that I used when I first started my channel, and it's Assassin's Creed. Now I was gonna wait until I had gone through the whole series, but the rate I'm doing it, it'll be 5 years from now before I even get to the newest game, Valhalla, which is coming out. I pre-ordered it. In the past, I always pre-ordered Assassin's Creed's games. So Assassin's Creed, I have to look at my notes here. Ooh, and I gotta look at them far away because my eyes don't work anymore. I have glasses to see close up, but I see better far away. And really quick, so all the sorting that I've been doing is for things like this. I got a whole bunch of these stamps, like big hunkin' stamps. Had to find a room for them. I got a whole bunch of tools. I had this really weird tool. Let me show you. I couldn't figure it. I had to experiment with it to figure out what it was because I couldn't just find it. It's a paper crimper. Let me show you. I made one here with plastic to try it, but I'll show you really quick what it does. If I have a piece of paper, here we go. Okay, so like I was like looked online and couldn't find the company. I knew the company, but I had to look online to figure out what it was. So what you do is you stick it in here and you hold it on to it, and then you twist it, and it comes out, and you can see it. It crimps it. See? Ooh, it's a pretty kind of, it's an interesting thing, but really, if you think about it, that's all it does. What I've been doing is I fold them up. Well, I do them double, of course, so it gets it really nice and tight. And then, this is not a crafting video, by the way. Then I fold it all up, like in half or something. This way. Well, no, maybe we'll go this way. So then I fold it in half. And I stick it back through. Somebody actually made a video on this now that I've made a video too, but they made a video for crafting purposes. I made it just because I think it's cool. And you go back that way. And then you go back this way. Which it doesn't like. But once you do that, then you get a different texture. See? Crissy crosses. And you can color them. And do other things with them. So it's things like that that I've have to make room for. And then also, after starting to do the crafting videos more, I realized the things I need more of. So right now I'm doing a thing on this. It's going to go in a journal where half is colored and half's not, so the other person can color the other half. So just weird stuff. But it's all over the place. And I just found out that I myself, crafting wise, am all over the place. I started out with just one side of this table. Let me show you. I started out with just this side right here. That was where I was working at. And now I'm completely all the way down there. The whole table. This is my son's D&D table. And the reason I'm out here is because my tables in there are all covered with stuff. Because I got the new die cutter. Alright, so that's it about that. If you want to check out my videos, you go over there. So as of, the goal date is as of August 1st, which is my birthday, I am going to be back to streaming. I'm going to stream pretty much all day, off and on, you know, the hour and a half, because I can't do much longer than that. Probably like Assassin's Creed 3 and things like that. I'm going to do some different games. I can't do, oh yeah, because I had to wait for my Xbox to come back. Not the broken one. The other one's upstairs with my son because his father's visiting him and they play Borderlands. So, but the goal is as of August 1st, I will be back uploading videos, craft videos, and streaming. And then I'll also be working on the Patreon. But yeah, I have 3 boxes now of crafting things and whatnots, like thrift store fun stuff in my little store. Um, Sorry, got the itchies. I feel like a little dog. Anyhow, so Assassin's Creed. So Assassin's Creed came out in 2007, and in 2007, my son was 3 years old, and my daughter was 17 years old, and I had gotten off of a gentleman, a young man actually, uh, my old roommate's son, his original Xbox. I bought it because it was a game, Jade Empire, that my daughter really, really wanted to play and love. So I got it, and we had that. But was it was hers, not mine. And so then she borrowed from a friend a game and an Xbox 360. We got to play Assassin's Creed. And the thing that intrigued me about Assassin's Creed first, you're going to laugh, is the way the gentleman walked. I didn't like Desmond. I still don't like Desmond. I watched it and I just thought, he's so sexy. I want to play this game. It's an odd reason, I guess, to play a game, but it's sexy. And I couldn't get the damn flags. That was the only part of Assassin's Creed 1 when I first played it. I did everything but the flags. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was much different than a lot of games I had played, but I hadn't played any games for over 5 years. Some mobile games and computer games I played, but I hadn't really played any console games because when the PlayStation 2 died, that was it. I didn't buy a PlayStation 3 because I had heard these rumors, which I found out were false later on, but I heard these rumors that it was all online, and I couldn't always afford the internet, so I felt like I wouldn't be able to play the games I enjoyed. So I stopped, and I didn't have a lot of money, and I was going to school at the time, so I didn't have much choices on, what to play. And I was playing a lot of The Island, which is a little mobile game where you have to control. It's a survival game, little build survival game. You have to keep all your people alive and name them and stuff like that. And I played it on the computer, and that was all the games I was playing at the time. I did have a DS that I bought, a little pink one that I had, and I played, Mario stuff on that because my son had one and I had one, and I did a lot of pictures and weird stuff on it, and it was just, something I had. And then I got, so it was Assassin's Creed that got me out to get an Xbox 360 when I went out, and on my tax return I bought me a Xbox 360 and my own copy of the Assassin's Creed. And then in 2008, I think, let me see, 2009, I pre-ordered Assassin's Creed 2. And then from then on, I just kept buying them. I liked Ezio. Ezio, by far, is my favorite character to play. Brotherhood was my favorite game of the games I've played so far, which I haven't played that many of them. The furthest I got was Black Flag. I did play Bloodlines, which was I think Bloodlines, can't remember. One of them is, okay, so Altero's Chronicles I played on the DS. They had the other one, Bloodlines, which I think was on the PS4, but could have been on the DS. And then I had another one for the PS Portal or PSP, which I still have my PSP. I do not have my DS, but I still have my PSP, and it still works, which is interesting, because every time you put it, the only thing that happens is every time you plug it in, it says, oh, it has to re-update, and it has to redo a couple other things. And we probably have about 10 games here for it. And I can, at the used store has quite a few of them if I wanted to pick up some still. I, unlike most people, I do not have problems with graphics. So if a game is more pixelized, that can be the fun of the game, for that game. Whereas another game that's not, it's more movie-like, more cinematic, more animation, that's great for that game. I thought the Assassin's Creeds were very beautifully done games. Me personally, based on what they could do, and they always seemed to be pushing the envelope. I loved how Revelations looked. I did not enjoy the gameplay of Revelations. I thought the whole battle for the temples was kind of slightly redundant and bothersome for me. I didn't mind the towers in Brotherhood. They were a lot easier and made sense. And I guess those make sense too in a way. It just wasn't my thing. I didn't the strategy like that's not my thing. The most strategy I've ever played is Final Fantasy Chronicles. No, not Chronicles. What is it? I think it's a strategy game, but it's the one where you have little guys in like a chessboard and they move around and you have to figure out how to have the best people play. I don't really have a whole lot of patience for those games because I could just play a chess game. It's really a game where you kind of do it and then you have to think more and you have to think more. And the older I got, the less I wanted to think because it's hard to think. Like if I have a cognitive fog, which I had really bad the last 2 days. Today, my shoulder hurts and my back hurts. I went for a walk so my legs don't hurt as much. I really need to do more walking. I took a week off of my diet. I'm resetting my diet up again. I'm still going to do the flip-flop diet and stuff, so that's more for rambling. Let's stay on course here with Assassin's Creed. I have all the Assassin's Creeds now. I don't have any of the DS and any of the DLC, but I have the whole series now. I'm in the process, if you watch my gaming videos, of trying to get through Assassin's Creed 3, which is my least favorite game by far at this point in time. Now that may change when I get to Rogue. I've been told I might not like Rogue very much. I have a very hard time with Black Flag because the boat part, but I'm sure I'm going to be able to manage through it, or I will try to push through it. My son helps me whenever my hands get so bad and I can't do anything, or my brain's too slow. But it will take me a while because I have gotten into this weird place with my channel where I get bored and I move to another game. Now I've got all these games that are open, but I haven't finished them, and I kind of want to finish them. So I'm going to try to work on picking one and finishing it to the end, and then going back and doing other. The reason I got to that mode was when I first started my channel. For those of you who weren't there, I did 3 games a week, 15-minute videos. I uploaded them, three of them, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's all I did. And then I was introduced to streaming by the Getnik Gang, and I replaced the videoing with the streaming. So then I was playing longer spots, and for a while it was just burning myself out because it was hard for my health. But now I see that I would like to get through the Final Fantasy series, which I have pretty much those. And I want to get through the Assassin's Creed series. I want to get through Fable. I want to get through Dead Space. And I just bought Far Cry. So my goal is to try to pick, like, Monday, play Assassin's Creed. Wednesday, play Final Fantasy. Friday, play whichever, and do the vlog. And Tuesday and Thursdays do a stream, and then on special days like my birthday, do a stream then, and do crafting the rest of the time. But everything's it feels so out of control right now, so I had to take a step back, and I had to think about what it was I want to do. So my plan is, and it hasn't really changed, is to open the Patreon, let people that want to support me there, leave my channels completely free, hopefully with no ads, and, talk about whether I want to do the affiliate with Twitch if I ever get there, because I'm lacking in the chats. People aren't chatting enough in my Twitch, which is fine. Lurking is an issue, so I don't know that I want to go to affiliate right now, maybe down the road, but, do the crafting, do the video games, and do the animation. That is my goal. And I kind of am having a hard time with it. When I'm done with this animation I'm working on, which I'm still working on, the whole thing is going to be me doing all my animation and getting that out of the way. All my intros, all my trailers, everything is going to be out of the way. And then I will if anybody else wants me to do an animation for them, that'll be open for little intros for animation. I'm not the spectacular animator. I love to create. I love to create storyboards, and so that's what's exciting to me. Getting back to Assassin's Creed, though, my favorite I like the Assassin's Creed book, which is a lot of those video game books pretty much are just the video game but in book format, and then they add little pieces like backstories and histories and stuff, so it's a little different. But I enjoyed Brotherhood, the Assassin's Creed book. I bought that one to read it because I wanted to see if they gave you more insight about the story and made it less messy, because the backstory is kind of a messy backstory as they were trying to pull out the old gods and stuff, and the old, and not necessarily gods but technically superhuman or super alien beings who were viewed as gods because they had all the intellect and technology and stuff. I like the idea. It's very sci-fi. It's very much in par with quite a few books I've read, both post-apocalyptic, where the old world we knew is no longer exists. So everything that came from that looks like it was made by myths and gods and things like that too. Everything in the past being more advanced than it is now, so we look at them as being gods and stuff. It's an interesting concept, and I like the idea, and I wanted to see where you take it. I like the genetic memory aspect. Their ending for Desmond was a little bit odd and sad. Connor is a very sad, but I think Connor's sad because culturally speaking, for those of us in America, it's just kind of a sad story to know what the end result is, because they're going in the past and you can't change the past, so you know where Connor's life will end. The assassins themselves are kind of a sad story all by themselves, because they are kind of the outcasts trying to do great things to help people stay free, and people don't really want to stay free, which is pretty typical. I do think I like the Assassin's Creed movie. I know a lot of people out there are like, oh, it was so bad. It wasn't. For a video game movie, I thought it was really well put together. I've watched it 3 times now. Well, and of course he's just a cutie anyway. There, I can't think of his name right off the top of my head, but I'll put it in my description up there. I think it's Michael Fassbender. I want to say that. I could be wrong. But he was a cute Magneto. He's a cute Assassin's Creed guy. He's cute in a lot of his movies. I watch him, and he's got a very nice face to watch, and you know, I could just see him as an Assassin. Again, though, you know, you're talking about assassins who kill people. So it's kind of that mixed thing, you know. I'm not a very violent person. I understand the concept of needing assassins. I think we need more of them in our world. But it's also not a good thing to kill somebody just because they're doing stupid and bad things like the assassins. I don't know how I'm going to feel. Black Flag, I played it. I have problems with the ships, the whole ship battle, again, because I'm not all that interested in it per se. I mean, it's kind of a cool thing, but I'm not really interested in it, so I'm not very good at it and lining up and doing really good with the ship battles. I tried to play World of Tanks and wasn't any better in it than I was in Black Flag. I have not played anything past that. I haven't played Rogue. I haven't played the one where they're in England. I have the Chronicles, the 3, China, Russia, and India. So I'll be playing those 2. I got Liberation, so I'll be playing that one. I haven't played any of the mobile ones, and I'm not going to visit that per se. Just because it's not, only reason I visited Bloodlines and Altair Chronicles is because they gave a backstory. They gave more story about Altair, and then they gave more story about Ezio. That was the only reason. Some of these other ones, it's more about playing in the past and following that than it is about the story. And I like video games with stories. I like video games with stories that come out bits and pieces. I really like that. I'm really looking forward to Valhalla, even though I haven't played Odyssey or Origins yet. I still think that I've seen gameplay of those, so I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun with them. It's just that the bigger the game gets, the more stuff you have to do, the longer it takes to play the game. So, this is something that's just going to be going on until it doesn't go on anymore, and then I'll be doing something else. But it's like I got most of the Tomb Raiders done, so I took a break and did them. So right now, I'm planning on completing Final Fantasy VII. I'm pushing hard on it. I haven't played any video games in about 2 weeks. Combination of being out of town, sorting, and then being sick off and on with the fibromyalgia. I've had a lot of problems with my diet and stuff, like I said. So, in the Know Thyself concept, Assassin's Creed is about the outcast people who are trying to make it so the rest of us have a choice. And I think that that's a very intriguing concept, because it makes you wonder, out there, are there people that are doing things like that, not being assassins per se, but really believe against, because you think about conspiracies that are out there, and I've gotten interested in checking out the deep state concept, which I know you're not supposed to talk about conspiracy. So YouTube, if you watch this isn't a conspiracy video. It's just talking about things. And so I'm just wondering, you know, how much of some of these video games is because of the same thing. We are wondering, is there really a concept? Yes, now, it's a video game. It's fiction. I know that. But everything has a connection to something. There's something. Now, they explain the Assassin's Creed connection. It was from Prince of Persia, which I love Prince of Persia. It was one of my favorite games when I had my PlayStation 2. I played Sands of Time and the other one. What was the other one they had? And I have the one for my Xbox. I think it's the Xbox. Maybe it's PlayStation. I don't know. The one where it's different. It's not the other two. Maybe it is the Sands of Time. It was the other two. Maybe I liked. Anyway, whichever one Ubisoft did. I think it's the one I got now. But I like the other two, which wasn't them. But, you know, you get all confused of who makes what and who did what. I did hear there's a new Fable coming out, so I gotta hurry up and get my Fables done so we can play the new Fable. But yeah, so that's my goal. Know myself. I love video games. I've loved video games since they first came out. So video games have been off and on a very big part of my life. During my sad times, that's what my go-to was, video games. Crafting is my second one. So as soon as I get the crafting set up so that I have the days to do it, I'll be back to my video games. Anyway, I'm out here. Everybody have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you on the next one, which I think is going to be the last pets bits of me. All right.